to another Monday morning art talk. So today I wanted to just talk about just getting that bit of more of enthusiasm in your work to make it just even better. This guy, Arzen Marden, wrote a great book many years ago, and he talked about when you do work, don't work as a slave, but work more as a master, so to speak, because a lot of people are in jobs that they're working as slaves, right? We're working in these jobs that you're just not enthusiastic about, you're not excited about. You're doing it because you feel, you have to. A lot of the times we get these jobs because, we need to earn a living, we need to do things, but it's not always going to be ideal. And the reality is you can never grow. You are never going to get better in your work, in what you do, ever, if you have that mindset of a slave and not as a master, because it just stops that fuel. And in order to grow, that's all we can do is just really think about working on the things that we love. So what do you have to do? There's only one answer to do that. And the answer is you have to make sure that you are, if you can, try to find that job that really excites you, that thing that you're, just want to do, the thing that you think about. Otherwise, why it's so important, why you have to develop and work on your own projects where you get to be the master. You get to take control. You get to do that on your own time, and that's very important. And there's things that you need to think about as you're doing this. You need to think about just maybe a time of day that you're going to schedule this as you're going to work on your own projects. That may be before you start work. That may be during lunchtime. That may be after your break. I personally think a great thing to do when you're working on the projects that you own, that you take pride in, that you're enthusiastic about, that you have that joy, is doing it after you've done the work that you really don't want to do. And I think about doing it that way because it becomes more of a reward. Like all of a sudden, this becomes a treat, like a dessert. Like now I get to reward myself with that thing that I love to do. Because unfortunately, there's so many people that I meet that are just working in these jobs, and even though they're not fulfilled, first of all, there's no way that you're going to improve if you're unfulfilled at something. It's just impossible to do. You have to have that be fulfilled, but not taking those steps to fix that. Okay, because not everything's going to happen straight away, but you need to put things in motion and set those things in motion, which are going to give you the real fuel, because this is what we're really searching for. We're searching for that fuel that's just going to fill up our tanks, because right now, running on empty, you don't want to be in that place. How are you going to go anywhere? How can you move forward? So you need to re-energize yourself. And in order to do that, you have to work on these projects that are going to be fulfilling to you. And you may say, well, I don't know what I'm excited about. I don't know what fulfills me. I don't know what I want to do. And the reality is it just comes down to you haven't experimented enough. You haven't tried enough things. You haven't tried to see if going to lunch during your lunch and drawing in your sketchbook is going to be exciting to you or not. You don't know that. So that's something that you really need to take into consideration and do while you're trying to develop and get excited about certain things within your career, because that's just going to be vital. I want to just mention, I'm going to throw out this plug to this young artist, great artist, Abdullah Moatsim. I hope I said your name right. I know you're watching. But, this guy is out in Cairo, Egypt, and this guy's excited, and he has enthusiasm. And when I looked at his work, that's what I could see. I could see, even though he's, 17-year-old guy, he has just a great skill, a great talent that he's just developing, but is excited about it. He just loves to draw. He loves to learn. And when you love to learn, when you're excited about something, well, that's just how you get better at something. So whatever job you may be in, and it is drudgery to you, and you are feeling like that slave, and that's going to happen. I was worked in many productions and been in things where, it becomes like you get bogged down, you get worked down, you're a slave to deadlines, you're a slave to pressure, outside pressures, things happening, you're a slave to possible directors or producers, everyone who's got their vision, their things. Sometimes you're going to work with better decision makers than others, and it can just pull you back and hold you down. So yeah, that's par for the course. That's what you're going to have to go through in many ways. But are you able to change that? Yes. You change that by working on those things. You have to develop your own projects. You have to work on your own things. You have to step out and try to find that thing that just truly gives you that joy. Because if it's not giving you joy, if this is so painful for you, if it's so much of a burden for you, just don't do it, because you're going to affect your health in the long run, okay? So you don't want to do that. And be ready to face those challenges. Be ready to face those failures. But you know what? You're trying it, and you're seeing what makes you happy, and you're seeing what gets you excited. And by doing that, that's where you build who you are and what you do. And it's, for me, what I've always done. I'm always getting asked, how have you done all the things that you do? How do you're doing this, you're doing that? But you have to. And I do it because I have to, because I know the consequence. I don't want to be the slave. It's funny, every artist's dream, when you talk to the artist, what's the artist's real picture, their real world is, I just want to do my own thing, right? I just want to work for myself. I want to focus on my own desires. I want to just do this. And they have a love, and when they talk about it in their mind, there just becomes this idea and this dream of where they want to go and what they want to do. And I say, just do it. Just start that process, okay? And that's the only way that you can do it, because it comes from that true inner happiness and that true inner joy, and that's what you really want through this. So make sure that you're putting in that time, put in that effort to find out what truly works for you. Make sure that you're no longer the slave. Just become the master of your job, the master of your art, the master of your life, and just know that everything that you do is either, and this is another real thing from Orrin Marsden, where he talked about everything you do, your life is like a statue. That everything you do either mars or beautifies your statue. That everything you say, everything you draw, how you act and talk to people, whatever it is that you do, is going to be a reflection on making you a better person or just a not so great person. If you're just constantly talking about how much everything sucks and you hate this and you hate that and this is boring and that, well, everything is going to suck and everything is going to be boring and nothing's going to work out, and you're not going to grow. But if you come through with that vigor and you're just excited about the possibilities and where you can go and that possible future, that's the exciting thing. And I was talking to one of my best friends. We were on a hike last week, and just talking to him about when we were younger, we both started out doing caricatures in theme parks, and we were just this grandiose, we were learning, we were growing, we were excited, we were looking at other artists' work, we were surrounded by other artists in the amusement parks, and it was a beautiful thing, and we didn't know where we were going to be, what we were going to do. We had no mortgage, we had no families, we didn't have anything. There was this freedom and there was this joy. And if you could try to pull that back into wherever you are in your world right now with whatever it is you're doing, try to get remember those things. If anything, it's like remember those things, because just those thoughts and those memories, and you pull upon those and you go, man, that was a great time. And what was I really searching for? And what was I looking for when I was younger? And you may be young right now and you're in that place right now. You don't even realize what it is that you may even have right now, the opportunities that you may have that are out there. So it's really just take hold of those things. Let those things be a fuel for you. Fill up your tank. Go out there and just do that thing you love. And even if you're doing that job that you hate, work on the things you love, because that's what's going to make you better. That's what's going to make you great. All right, and that's it. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for watching. And just so that you guys know, my last class just filled up my homeschool mentorship. Next application, I'm taking applications now. The next session starts March 16th for my character design course. And you can go to silverdrawingacademy.com in the enroll and learn all about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Hello, this is Steven, and I just wanted to tell you about this cool thing that I'm doing right now through my website at silvertunes.com. It's a Skype mentorship. In a sense, what I want to do is just talk to you, meet you, tell me about things that are happening in your life, see if there's anything that I could do to help you. I can look over your artwork, do your portfolio, and just maybe try to push you in the right direction that you want to take your life and your journey. All right, so you can go to silvertunes.com, go to classes, click on mentorship, and you can learn all about it. We can try to arrange a time, set up a date. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And I just wanted to make it just very affordable, just to open it up, because I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the planet. It's a really cool thing, and with this technology, why not? So that's it. Thanks.
Whoa! Hey! Go, go back. Go back.
Go back.
Great. Go back. Go back.